Dreaming of wide open spaces, huge beam ceilings, modern design, and a home that doubles as a conversation starter? Welcome to the world of barndominiums. These show-stopping homes are taking the market by storm. But did you know that financing one is a little bit different than a typical house? Let's dive in and get you one step closer to making this dream a reality. So, what's a barndominium? It's part barn, part home, and 100% amazing. I just watched a show on HGTV where Chip and Joanna built one out in Texas. And I know it was a while back, but they did an amazing job, and it's so beautiful. I think even one of the dream build homes was a barndominium about 2-3 years ago. They're getting more and more popular, and it's a great way to have big, wide open floor plans with room for everything. Barndominiums offer endless possibilities. So here are 4 key things that you need to know about financing your dream barndominium. First, lenders might classify barndominiums as a non-traditional home. Now that's a fancy way of saying that it's not your typical single-family home. Because of this, not every lender is on board, but don't worry, there are specialists like even me who know how to navigate this. It's getting easier to finance, and there are some options with Freddie Mac that will even finance it as a single-family residence, as long as it is your main home, or your primary residence is another way to say that. But there are a few things in here to factor into if that is a possibility. So let's go over that. Second, where should it be? Now, typically this isn't a property that is put in the middle of the burbs. If you're building from scratch, the land that you choose matters. The lenders will be checking zoning, whether utilities like water and power is available, and that will affect the financing. So knowing this is likely going to be on a larger piece of property, there's a couple things to keep in mind. Avoid agricultural, active crops. Now, I know it's possible, but that's just a whole extra layer of hair and gum that you don't want to mess with. It can be done, but if you can avoid it, do that. It's going to limit your options. Timber property, building one out towards the woods, of course, a big piece of property. Depends on the value of the timber. If the timber has a significant value, that could impact the status as well and make it a commercial property, which that's going to make things more complicated and add additional down payment requirements. So let's talk about construction, because usually this is something that you're going to be building, and there are several outlets for that. These construction loans are a little different. They're designed to cover costs during the build. You'll need detailed plans, a solid budget, and possibly a larger down payment. The one challenge that we see with barndominiums is appraisals. Because they're unique, finding comparable properties near them can be tough. In general, for standard financing, they are going to look at similar properties in the area. Now, if there are no similar properties in the area, then it becomes more challenging to establish the value. But I have personally spoken with several appraisers on this, and they will go far and wide to find comps. One even referenced going 75 miles away, highly unusual. But alternatively, they can consider similar unique structures. The key is what the outside looks like. Even with those challenges, there are some options out there that won't consider that as a challenge, but they will ask for at least 20% down. So what's the takeaway? Financing a barndominium isn't just doable, it's exciting that when you have the right plan, and here's how to get started. I'm going to research some lenders that specialize in rural or alternative housing options. I'm always happy to answer any questions and point you in the right direction. And of course, I have options as well. And then be prepared with your down payment. We can talk about what that requirement is. And if you have an idea construction plan or a builder that is interested in helping or specializes in barndominiums. Always double check with the city and county for proper zoning and utilities before you go all in and spend lots of money on something that's not going to work. That is referred to as due diligence. If you haven't found the right property yet, your real estate agent will be the go-to source and help you connect to the appropriate agencies to get that information. So if you're thinking about a barndominium, let's chat. I'm Dawn Robbins, and I'm here to help you explore your options. Call, text, or email me today, because when it comes to your dreams, there's always a way. Let's talk soon.